Timbo,
Yeah.
I know you was spazzing out on Instagram.
I think I said enough on Instagram.
You know, I couldn't just let it go undocumented. How do you think this thing got so bad? Is it all Wendy Williams' fault?
I don't know whose fault it is. I'm going by the fans, and I just really the first time I really paid attention to the fans, and one of my close friends sent me this kind of first picture. I think the one I first posted, and I was like, man, pictures can say a lot. And I felt like every picture said everything that I probably would say in an interview. I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? The more attention we give this thing, the better it is for them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you DVR'd Lifetime because you thought it was going to be good, Lifetime won, Wendy Williams won. If you DVR'd it after you heard that it was going to be horrible and you wanted to see how horrible it was, Lifetime and Wendy Williams win. If you put up a meme and hashtag Lifetime biopic or added Lifetime in it, they win. So either way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't see it, because as a normal American, I don't watch a lot of TV. Even a loser like me, I don't watch a lot of TV on Saturday night.
And as a man, you telling me you don't watch Lifetime.
And I don't watch a lot of Lifetime. But I did say from the beginning that it very much worried me that someone of Aaliyah's stature would have her story told for the first time in a Lifetime movie. It just always seemed kind of bootleg from the start.
You know what? That's what made me kind of go off the way I did. It was the first initial time. And it was like, wow, this is how y'all gonna really do it? Y'all really gonna put this out? I couldn't believe I always thought it was a rumor. And,
But we did too. And the fact that the family wasn't involved, none of the music was approved, we knew it was a disaster.
Yeah, and I thought it was a joke, but evidently it wasn't, and I start to realize, wait a minute, this is really real. At the end of the day, by being a businessman, I'm like, I'm really the one that's kind of dumb because I really shouldn't have paid no attention and gave it attention because I never saw it. I didn't
Tim, yo, man, even if you would have ignored it, this thing is out here moving, Jack.
Yes, I know, and I felt like, you know what, let me just make it I really hear y'all fans, and I'm very upset about it, so let me just find, fans kept sending me great pictures and posts, and I'm like, people, I lied to you now. I went through at least about 100 every hour. If I could have posted everyone I got, every picture to somebody, it would have been crazy. I started looking at my Instagram. I'm like, well, my Instagram done changed into, about baby girl. But I said, she's all worth it. She's all worth whatever it is. If it's overboard, it's overboard. But I felt like when I did the After Shit's Cock, I felt like, wow, I found what I was trying to do. I found what I was trying to, looking for in so many words, because when they put it up on World Star, I was like, that was it. I have to speak out, in so many ways. Really.
Tim, let me ask you a question because you lived it. And a lot of people may not remember this, but when Aaliyah was alive, Wendy Williams wasn't that nice to her.
See, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I guess I was naive back then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it now. When I got into the game, I think I was around 19, 21.
Yeah, you was young.
I was super young, so I don't know. I didn't know Wendy Williams gave her beef like that.
Well, it wasn't really beef. It was just, obviously addressing who Aaliyah dated and the R. Kelly stuff and being with Dame or being with Ho, all of those things. I mean, that's a part of what Wendy does is talk about the gossip and the rumors. So I think when Wendy set out to do this biopic, I think she wanted to tell that stuff. Obviously, the family's not okay with that. You still own a lot of the music and along with the family, right?
Yeah, what it is being that young is I was under her uncle, Blackground. Blackground really owns the music, the masters. People don't understand. People always say, well, how can I let that, go down? Or I don't have no control. I'm just really high help. We became close, and we became a family. That don't mean that I can control how they do things.
That's right.
Or their family could control how they do things.
Have you talked to Barry or Jomo Hankerson of Blackground or Aaliyah's family after this Lifetime thing?
I haven't reached out to Jomo or Barry. I know for the first time, I think everybody was all on agreement on everything when it came to Baby Girl with this bio. I don't know if it wasn't done right.
That's the understatement of the day so far. It wasn't done right.
This is something that people want to hear from me anyway, and I know they want to hear from Missy, but if you can't get Missy, I speak on the behalf of all of us. I just think that it was just done wrong. I felt like I let my emotions get the best of me on certain things because at the end
it's
of the
emotional.
day, you know, everybody watched that. So if I'm a businessman and I run a TV show, whether it's bad or good ratings, I got ratings. 'Cause all you got to do is cut it on. If you go to your boss, it's like you sold what the views could be up to 8 million just to watch that show. Now, who cares about the repeat? But everybody's curiosity turned on to Lifetime. Whoever didn't know about Lifetime now know about Lifetime. I feel like this is one of those things that the same way they had the lockout in the NBA, this is that series. It's either you support Baby Girl and just don't, watch Lifetime, make a real statement.
Is it really Lifetime or is it Wendy Williams? The executives at Lifetime probably don't give two shits about how important Aaliyah was to us.
You're absolutely right.
Wendy Williams knows how important Aaliyah is.
See, and everybody keep telling me, like, stop blaming Lifetime, but blame Wendy. And I'm like, well, I never followed the story, so I got to believe the fans. So it's like, it's just hard for me to believe that.
Maybe Wendy thought this was good.
Maybe she did.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched her show, but evidence suggests her standards for entertainment aren't that high.
Hey, man, you never know. I don't want to just diss this lady like that. I want to know the full details before I really, really go in. The only thing I know that I can go in is you showing a mockery on TV.
Yeah.
And that's what really bothered me. Like, man, this girl is, I'm going to tell you the good thing about it, is out of everybody who has passed away, Aaliyah has a special anointing in the air that people would not let die. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
When you talk about Aaliyah, everybody wakes up. And it's just amazing to me. And I think, that kind of brought me to tears to see my music and what I put into all these years last this long and have that effect on people. That, by her dying and the people, the way they supporting her, even after death, like, I don't even know if they rave over Michael Jackson the way they rave over Aaliyah. And I think that's amazing, man.
At least now it's measurable for executives to see if somebody did something serious and something focused. They could say, okay, well, this wasn't done well, and it got attention. Imagine if we do something quality.
Exactly.
And but the other part of that is the family and people gonna have to deal with the reality that if a quality one is gonna be done, the things and the rumors can't be glossed over in the creation of.
No, we gotta tell the truth.
You gotta talk about whatever the R. Kelly stuff, the Jay stuff, the Dame stuff. It all gotta be talked about.
That's like my sister. So I'm gonna be honest with you. That's really nothing compared to what we know and what the family.
Right.
I was real close to her family. I was real close to Uncle Mike. He passed away. Rest in peace, Uncle Mike. That was like her dad was like my dad. I used to call him Dad. I'm like, what do we do, Dad? He's like, Tim, I'm telling you, this song will blow up. He always encouraged me as a producer about when I worked with his niece. He said, I'm telling you, y'all two got magic. And I was like, you think so? He said, you're a good kid. He always guided me through the right way to do business. And I hear him talk to me now. I never heard Aaliyah's voice, and his voice so clear. Like these last, like when I've been working on the stuff I'm working on. Mm-hmm. And they've really been like, encouraging me because, when you do it so long and try to keep up with the generation after generation, you'd be like, man, I love music and I don't want to stop doing music. I feel like I have an obligation to these young kids out here who trying to get into the game.
No, you do. You definitely got some teaching to do out here when it comes to the music, man. And I appreciate you.
I got a responsibility. It's not about money. It's about me going around grabbing these hot young producers, and that's what I'm doing, putting them under my wing and just stamping them and be like, no, he wouldn't. That's Team Timbo. And next thing you know, I'm going to be like the guy who maybe saved music, a percentage. You know what I'm saying? Because I can guide people in the right direction.
Hey, yo, Timbo, thank you, man.
Timbaland,
thank you.
Thank y'all.